Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Today I am trying new hot stuff from the drugstore. And I've been dying to try the Skinny Kit. I've been holding out so I could try it with you together. This is like concealer foundation hybrid, supposed to be super cool. And then I also have some really pretty palettes. So I want to try these out. I just have so much stuff. Okay, we even have a dupe or two in here. Don't look too much. That's what we're doing today. So if you haven't joined me on this YouTube journey after all these years, then what are you waiting for? Be sure and subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you want to. I would love for you to. And let's go ahead and jump right in. So to start off, first let me disclaim, I'm wearing a headband right now because I need to dye my roots. I need to get my nails done and my eyebrows are in shambles, but I can't do any of that till next week because I have some stuff coming up and I want it to be fresh for the stuff coming up. So I'm gonna be a disaster for the next 4 days and that is okay. I'm gonna enjoy feeling my fingertips for like the next 2 or 3 days. First, we always start off with curling the lashes because my whole face just looks better whenever my lashes are like up. This is my heated lash curler I have on Amazon. I will link it for you in my description and top comment. I like to use this because my brows are too stubborn. I used to like light one with a lighter, but this is just way easier than doing that. And my lashes, did I say my brows? My lashes are so stubborn, you guys would not believe. And this like permanently stamps them up for the day because it's like putting a curling iron on your lashes and it has a guard so you're not gonna burn your eye with it. But I've had this one forever. I should honestly try out a different one. I have truly been using this one and it just like never loses its charge and like always does me correct. So I love this one. Okay, there we have it. Our lashes are up. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and glue down my brows. These are just things I do before I do my makeup. This is the Super Lock by Maybelline. Now I know this is a drugstore video where we're trying out new drugstore products. This is a newer product for Maybelline and I really have been enjoying it a ton. It's done my brows wonder. I like to like back kick my brows with it to get them coated in it just because I find that they stay glued better whenever I do that. And then I kind of brush down as I go, or you can take the brush and just comb them down. It's whatever you prefer. And then I'm gonna give them a little press and they will literally be locked all day. It doesn't lie in the name. Super Lock is correct, but just hitting it with a little back brush. Love the little spoolie on it. I do recommend this. I also like my Ardell one. Don't get it twisted. I never gave up on my Ardell brow glue, okay? It's just like trying new stuff, you know? All right, so there are the brows. I'm gonna go ahead and pinch it down. And then an important step I think a lot of people skip. They call me crazy, but I do think a lot of people skip the step. Also, my brows, I gotta get them waxed, okay? They're like furry and I like to take the tail off a little. It's like me, I know you looking at me might be like, they're fine, but if you get real close, they're not fine. Anyways, I like to take, these are my favorite wipes by the Face Shop. These are $10 for 50 wipes, Korean skincare. So good for your skin. And I like to wipe off that excess glue because whenever we get into foundation, it's just gonna cake up around the brow. So I always just clean off that excess glue like this. Top and bottom of the brow, just a little swipe and then boom, we're done. Okay, so that is like prep. And then quickly I wanted to shout out this product since this is a skincare product. This is the Gentle Peeling Exfoliant from e.l.f. This is a new product from them and I did try it out and I have been trying it out and I love it. It does remind me of something like the Wishful Enzyme Exfoliating Scrub from Huda Beauty Wishful's brand. I think it was called Wishful, the skincare brand. It's very similar to that. I would use it directly on your dry skin, meaning I would put it in my hands and just go in on dry skin and really get that exfoliant peel and then wash it off instead of wetting your hands first because water dilutes this product down. That is my recommendation, but I really like this product and I do recommend it to you and it's affordable and e.l.f. is always killing it. And then next we have from Milani. This is the Clean Start Prep Step. So this is the hydrochloric acid, which Tower 28 is famous for having that in their setting spray. So that's why people love their setting spray so much. Helps with acne. So if you're having breakouts, it's really nice to spray this on your skin. Milani came out with their version, so this is a new product for them, and I think it's really cool that they came out with such a good, beautiful skincare product to start our look with. So we're gonna let that dry down, and then we're gonna get into Essence came out with Hello Good Stuff. This is their Glow Primer Serum. Let's get a close-up. There we go, look at that. Now, you know what this reminds me of? This one is like the glowy one, but the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Drops. That's what this reminds me of. The pink version, I just have the glowy version, so let's try it out. out, we gotta give it a little pump. These are so affordable. Everything Essence does is so affordable, and they're available at Ulta if you're wondering where can I get Essence. I'm just gonna pump some out on my hand so we can play with it, but it just feels like, ooh, these kind of remind me of like the dewdrops from e.l.f. They feel super, super glowy and hydrating, like a gel moisturizer. Oh, I also love a gel moisturizer for underneath my makeup because it dries down and doesn't clog your pores because they're typically water-based. So I'm gonna press that in, especially the under eyes. It smells good. It kind of smells like watermelon. Wow, my skin is looking pretty. Yes. It says it's a hydrating and smooth base, and it does have niacinamide in it, so it does remind me a lot of the Glow Recipe drops. We may have a dupe. Okay, once this dries down, we are finally tapping into the Skin Ink. Now, what's cool about this product is supposed to be able to be kind of used like a foundation and concealer. Another thing is you are supposed to shake this product because it's liquidy before you use it. It says shake well on the packaging. It comes on this doe foot applicator. I have the shade 140 now, and it says here on Ulta Beauty that this is a 2-in-1 foundation concealer hybrid product. They have a lot of good shade range to it. It is $18.99, so it's almost $20. The price of makeup is doing nothing but going up. I'm gonna say that. But I'm just gonna blend this in with this doe foot applicator. And I will say, just like right off the bat, it has good coverage, and it is just kind of melting right into my skin. I don't think I've ever done it with a doe foot applicator before, but why is this eating it up? Like, why is this working a little too flawlessly? It's almost like a velvet. Wow. Look at that. The only issue for me is like I would definitely need 2 shades in it just because I do like it as a foundation, but I like my concealer a different color than my foundation, but not everybody does. So I could get into that, you know. I would just personally need 2 shades. Okay guys, I did half of my face. It dried down so quick, by the way. Like, it is drying down almost to like a matte essence to it, but I ended up doing half my face with it just because I wanted us to see. It has coverage, but the coverage is so natural the way that it dries down because you can still see my skin glowing through this foundation. Flawless on my skin. So just first impressions, I think it's really beautiful. It does have a dry time because I do see it like drying down on my skin over here, but this is such an interesting product. I think this is very innovative. I haven't really seen, I guess, a high-end brand really do something exactly like this. I'm like, wow, this is cool. It also is covering my darkness, so I'm like, wow, it does have some good coverage to it, but it feels very lightweight, like blending in a little too easy. This was a shade 140. I'm gonna go in with 130 and do an actual concealing job with it since this one is a little lighter. I'd probably bump up maybe 1 more shade from my concealer just for brightening effects, but I am excited to use this color because I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna take a concealer brush and just stamp that out. Ooh, coverage. I will say this foundation, it's like slightly more mattifying than glowy. I have a lot of glowy base under this, and I do see that peering through, but I think if you don't have that, you're gonna get a little more of a matte finish. Next up, I'm gonna take my e.l.f. brush. I love this duo end e.l.f. brush because you can do your cream products on one end and your powder products on the other. So this is a really nice brush for a low cost if you're looking for a good double ender. But this is the Diamond Bronze from Physicians Formula. This one is in Bronze Gem. And we're gonna use this today to do a little bronzing up. I feel like this one is bronzing me up nicely, but it's super transparent and subtle. So it's not gonna be very fierce and intense. If you want just like a pretty glowy bronze, this is gonna be your product, but it is not like heavily pigmented, but it does have like a beautiful golden bronzy color to it. For my cream blush, I'm just gonna grab this Essence Baby Got blush. These are so nice. They're only a couple of dollars, which you guys, that's just crazy. But I'm using this pretty corally color. It's called Peaches and Cream. What a cute name. I'm actually doing a kind of a fall time look, so I don't know why I'm using this corally color. Let me switch up. Hold on. e.l.f. has this deeper color called Suave Mauve. Oh my god, you can only use a tiny dot or else you're doomed. But let me blend this out and just show you how pretty this mauve blush color is. I also like to pop it a little bit underneath my eye to kind of blend all that out. Such a pretty warm mauve blush color. I'm gonna do a dot more. I always say you can go back and add more, but you can't, well, I guess you can take away, but you know, it's gonna be easier to slowly add the blush. So pretty, love it. It's kind of bronzy too. Now that we are stamped, I'm going to set my face. I'm gonna use this Flawless Skin Trio from Essence. This is gonna be a brightening powder. It has got 3 different colors of pink and a wheel, and we're gonna mix all these together, apply it to the under eye, and see what happens. I'll be back. Okay, here we have our wheel of 3 colors. We're gonna dump it out into this container. You get all 3 colors in there. We're gonna mix them. Honey, we're about to stamp this under eye. Yes, we are. Ooh. Okay. I always like to rub it on my arm to kind of melt those colors in before you go in so you don't get hunky chunkies. Very pink essence. Okay. They said, honey, we said color correction. Okay, while that marinates, this is the e.l.f. matte bronzer. So I like to take, let me get my e.l.f. brush. First of all, you guys need to get this brush. I will link it for you, but this bronzer is very finely milled and it's really pretty. It's just super matte. So if you're looking for something with a little shimmer, a little glow, it's not gonna be her. But I do love her matte essence because it does warm up the skin nicely on top of all of your powders. My headbands always get so dirty whenever I do my makeup. It's okay though, we can wash them. And now I just feel like it might be time to sweep away the powder. So we're gonna move that essence, loose powder. I feel like it nicely blended into my blush. I will say that because it was pinkier. Ooh, I don't know how I feel just yet. I am matted out, let me tell you that. Actually, I am pretty bright under here. I do feel like I'm pretty bright right through here. You know what? I feel like it worked. Because my face is gonna crack open, I'm gonna take a little bit of the Power Grip. This is a dewy setting spray, and I'm gonna have to drench. I'm gonna have to drench this face. I feel like I'm about to pop. The mister on this is very fine, and I like to soak my face, so I have to keep going. We're back to being glowy, thank God. I'm now gonna take my NYX Blade & Shade Drugstore brow pencil, and I'm just gonna fill these little bad boy brows in because next up we are going to get into our eyes while this makeup melts into my skin. Do you guys ever find that like the longer you wear makeup, the better it looks because it just kind of like melts into the heat of your skin and it starts to look very natural and beautiful? Because I love that. Like after you've been wearing makeup for like a good hour and a half, like I find that's when my makeup looks the best. You know, I feel like it's marinated. This is the Bronze This Way palette by Essence. I'll insert some swatches of this so you can see how pretty these colors are. Really great for fall time. And then we also have the Catrice Blooming Bliss palette, which is just stunning. I haven't used this yet. I did swatch it for you guys, so I'll insert those swatches, but this palette just looks so pretty and romantic. And it has a lot of the deep plummy browns for fall time. So I want to play with both a little bit and just see where the wind takes us. So I'm actually going to start with this little brownie color. It's kind of like a cool toned brown, and I'm just gonna push that into the outer corner. Ooh, that's very pigmented, which I love. This brush is by BK Beauty. They're on Amazon. They have a lot of good brushes. They are kind of pricey. They're on the higher end, but I will say the quality is there. If you've ever tried a BK brush, you will know they're pretty luxurious, but they also have a luxurious price tag to go with their quality. I'm gonna do a little bit on my under eye, but not too much because it will drag my eyes down. I don't like to do that. Not too much now. Next, I'm gonna go into this like deeper warm chestnut brown. This is another matte color, and I'm just gonna put this right on top of that to go even deeper on the outer corner. I used a very, very, very light hand when typing into this because when I was swatching these, so much was coming off that I was like, oh my God, we gotta be careful here. But this is looking really pretty. It's giving Wednesday. Did anyone watch Wednesday? And I'm also kind of just like fluffing that all over my eyelid. I think I wanna do a fall time look, you guys. Okay, now we're kind of smoky, we're kind of sultry. I wanna take a little bit of these bronzy colors. Woo! Look at that. I'm mixing. We're getting crazy. Actually, I'm gonna go in a little bit more with a deeper bronze, the brownie one, and I kind of want to pop that on top. Am I gonna focus it in the center? No, I'm gonna pull it all in. We're gonna put it all over. I'm just gonna use my finger because I'm not packing it on. I just want like a layer on top of the matte, a very light layer of shimmer. Like I don't want like a cut crease, you know what I mean? I just want like an essence of shimmer on top because I think it just gives like a fall time look. That is so pretty, and I did end up going just with a touch of the gold right on top, but I started with that and then a touch of that gold. That turned out so pretty. I love how it sparkles. I'm gonna take this little Lash Princess liner and do a little wang. Oh my God, you guys, I haven't used a brush liner in probably like 6 years. Maybe more. We'll see how skilled I am. I'm a little nervous. You know what? A brush might actually be easier than a pen. The wing turned out perfect. I feel like I need to go back to my brush liner because flawless. A flawless victory. I cannot. Okay, next we're gonna try out the CoverGirl Lash Bond Mascara. This is their new mascara. It comes in this purpley tube right here. Let's go ahead and look at those bristles. Okay, it has like a scoop to it, and it has one of those plastic pokey wands. So these wands are normally pretty good at separating the lashes. This does feel pretty tacky right off the base, and it is separating the lashes. I don't mind it. I feel like I could definitely do my bottom lashes with this. Let me try. Yeah, it did really good coating those bottom lashes. So spidery, love it. Okay, that was pretty nice. I'm gonna take the True Blend Skin Enhancer on a tiny brush. And what I like to do is just highlight a little bit right there in the brow bone. See how it just gives us that little bit of glow right there? And then I'm also going to take a little bit and hit the inner corner right there. And it's just gonna cause it to pop just right in that inner corner, and it looks so pretty. You can even take some on the nosy. Y'all know I love a little frosted nosy, but I feel like it just like pinches your nose in a little bit. And you know, the milk mustache, just get yourself a milk mustache. Look at that. Ooh! Okay, we have to do this eye, and we are moving on, baby. Okay, guys, I'm going to add just a tiny amount of this color right here, that warm brown, chestnutty brown, like the tiniest amount to my under eye, because I feel like we could go slightly smokier since I literally never do. Look at that gorgeous eye. Wow! I love my eye makeup today. And I normally like don't wear any. Such a shame. This is stunning. Okay, this looks expensive to me. The mascara did dry down pretty nicely. I did stick on like 2 little clusters of lashes at the end of my lashes. And then I'm just gonna tap them with this mascara because I feel like it just fuses your real and fake lashes together when you do that. It's gonna be real gentle. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and remove my lip prep, and then we're gonna do our lips. I just wanna show you guys all of the Brownie Gorgeous lip products I have on hand today from these drugstore brands for us to try out. I think I'm gonna line my lips. I found this lip liner from Milani, and it is such a good color. It is Hot Shot 150. You're in the drugstore, you see Hot Shot 150, and you know it's the bomb because look at this color. That's why I picked this one. Am I gonna overline my lips till the end of time? Yes. I have a theory that I think that would look really pretty with this little click pin from Milani. So Plumper, it says keep it full, and this is the shade Puff. I really like that name, Puff. This is number 130, and this is gonna be kind of glossy. Oh, so you wanna get crazy. Look at that. Okay, now let's blend this lip liner. I feel like the gloss had like 5% color in it, but me melting this pretty Milani lip liner down. I also want to try out this dark chocolatey lip liner from Milani. This one is called Fire Sign 160, and just go around the edge. Look at that. That little definition around the edge kind of gives it like a fall time essence. I love deeper colors like this, and I love that we have affordable options. It's all about the blend. Don't be scared of a deeper lip liner. So I would say the caramel color coming off is more this color, Hot Shot, and then this color is the more surrounding lines that are a little deeper. So pretty. Okay, we're not done there. We got more. I really want to try this Fruit Fetish by Milani. It is in this brownie color here, perfect for fall time. It's called Hot Chocolate, so. Doe foot, here we go. Oh my God, it tastes just like hot chocolate. Crazy things are happening, wow. Okay, look at this. Honey, my lips are popping. Hot chocolate is crazy. This is what the hot chocolate gloss looks like on. It is so pretty. Lancome and a lot of other brands have made like a similar variant, but it just kind of gives you that warm chocolatey flush. It does have a bit of pigment to it, but as you can see, it did kind of brown up my lips a little bit. I love the way it looks. I have one more, actually I have, yeah, just one more lip ambition. I want to try this too. So let me wipe this off and we're going to start over. So I am going to line my lips with the brownier color, and I still have 2 more items to try. So we're going to try the Juicy Balm from Essence first. This is the chocolate one, number 5. And here we go. Oh baby, these have pigment, okay. These are not that sheer. I mean, they're sheer. They're glossy. Ooh, juicy, juicy. But if you want to go vampy, so pretty. You could do this by the Juicy Balm. This is by Essence. Wow, that has a lot of color to it, and it's very glossy. I'm impressed. What do you guys think? Okay, lastly, I'm going to wipe this off. Hold, please. My lips are sick of me already. It's like, Laura, pick a color. But these are so fun. I love fall colors. Okay, now we are officially trying the last lip product. Oh my God. This is number 510 and it looks like it has a little sparkle to it. So let's try it. Ooh, that's so pretty. This is also plumping. Wow. Very sheer color, but I see the little bit of brown coming through. This is literally so beautiful. Very lightweight, not sticky at all. It's more of an oil. Let me blend it. Let me blend it a little bit and then we'll finish off. Okay, this is after I blended out the dark brown lip liner with this plumping gloss, and I think I love it. Just to lock everything in, I'm going to use this L'Oreal Infallible. This is their 3-second setting mist and it's so good. And this is our finished fall time look. What do you guys think? I hope you guys, do I have lipstick on my teeth? I'm pretty sure I did. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. I really love the way this look came out. I'm obsessed with this fall time look. I just love the sultriness of it all. I love seeing myself in this real beat here. If I had to point out just a couple products that stood out to me that I loved extra hard, I will say it is both of these little palettes. I think they're both great and super affordable. You don't have to spend a fortune if you want just a couple cool, really beautiful fall time shades. This palette's really romantic and gorgeous. I'll have everything linked. And then as far as the lip products, I think this was my favorite. Like, this was so pretty. I would say this is almost a tie, but these chocolatey brown colors are phenomenal. And then with the Skin Ink, I really like this product. Like, my skin looks seriously filtered flawless. It's crazy the coverage and how lightweight it is. However, it is, like, honestly, after wearing it for some time, it is quite matte. If you have a lot of dry patches or you find that things cling to them, you might not like this product. But if you have oily skin or you need something that will wear for a really long time, you will probably love this product. I'm loving it first impressions. It just did dry down pretty fiercely, so just something to be aware of. And with that being said, be sure and subscribe to my channel before you head out of here. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.